perimeter of a rhombus is 100 and the area is 600. So let me just quickly tell you the properties of rhombus first. So the rhombus is a quadrilateral which has all its sides equal. It's actually a parallelogram with all sides equal. Let me just quickly draw the figure here and write down the properties. So property number 1, all sides are equal. Property number 2, the diagonals are perpendicular as well as they are bisectors. That means they divide each other into two equal parts. Also, the area of a rhombus is given in two ways. One way is half of d1 into d2, where d1 and d2 are the lengths of two diagonals. And second way is that you can treat it as a parallelogram as well. So you can call it as base multiplied by height, where we call one of the sides as base and the height is the perpendicular distance between the two parallel sides here. Now, let's start dealing with this figure here. So we have been given a rhombus here and the question says that the perimeter of the rhombus is equal to 100, which simply means because all the four sides are equal, therefore the length of each side in this case becomes 25. So let's write it down. The length of side is equal to 100 divided by 4, which is equal to 25. So we should always mark this 25 in the figure. Drawing the figure is one of the most important aspects of solving a question. So that's what I'm doing. This length is 25. Now, the question says that the area of this parallelogram is 600 and we have to find the length of the longer diagonal. So the longer diagonal, that means we definitely have to use this property, but to reach to any one of these diagonals, we need to find out that what other relationship can be built around here with the property of area. Because if I simply say that half of d1 multiplied by d2 is equal to 600, all I get is d1 multiplied by d2 is equal to 1200, but now we have two variables and one equation, so obviously we do not have the unique solution. So I'm going to use the another relationship. That means the base multiplied by the height is equal to 600. Now I'm treating this side as base. So now we know that the base is equal to 25, so we can at least calculate the height here. So the height becomes 600 divided by 25, which is equal to 24. Now let me quickly draw the height here, 24. So this red line that I'm drawing, that means it's a perpendicular on the base, has the length 24 units. But now we see that there is this right angle triangle that we can find here. This right angle triangle is the case in which one hypotenuse is 25, the perpendicular is 24. That means this particular distance, let's call it x. So x can be calculated by using the Pythagoras theorem, which is 25 square minus 24 square and the square root of it. 25 square is 625, 24 square is 576, the difference of them is 49 and square root of 49 is 7. So we understand that this length is 7 and this entire length is 25. That means we can also find out the remaining length, which is 25 minus 7, that is equal to 18. Alright, so now we have this figure and now I'm going to draw the most important thing here, which is the diagonal, because we need to find out the length of the diagonal. So although this is the shorter diagonal, but using this shorter diagonal I will be able to find out the length of the longer diagonal as well. The green one is the longer diagonal, the blue one is the shorter diagonal. So let me quickly just find out the length of the shorter diagonal here, because now I see that we have this triangle in which one side is 24, one side is 18. That means the length of blue line, let me mark this as A, B, C, D and let's call this point E. So I'm looking at triangle ACF and in that case I can say that AC, which is also equal to, let's call it D1, one of the diagonals, although that's a shorter one, will be equal to square root of 24 square plus 18 square. Now let's quickly do the calculation. 24 square is 576, 18 square is 324. Let's add them up and the summation becomes 500 and 300, 800 plus sum of these two 900. Wow. So AC, which is equal to D1, is equal to 30. Square root of 900 is 30. Now we are going to find out the length of D2, because we know that D1 into D2 is equal to 1200. We already have figured it out. So I'm going to use this. D1 is 30 and D2 will be equal to 1200 divided by 30 and that is equal to 40, and therefore our correct answer becomes option C. I hope you enjoyed the explanation. Thank you so much.